Now, the very first thing that we want to talk about is the commitment that is required to conduct a successful conversion rate optimization program. And you probably hear this with all types of marketing programs out there. Conversion optimization is no different. Conversion optimization is a process. It's not a light switch to be turned on. It is rather a continuous improvement process. It is a process that you analyze your website, you determine the areas that require improvement, you improve those areas, you analyze the results, and you go further into conducting further testing and further improvements on the website. One of the typical questions that I hear from lots of our partners when they first start: how long will it take for me to see to actually finish conversion optimization? And I always tell them, I always answer them with the same answer: it never stops. Conversion optimization, as long as you are able to see continuous improvements month to month, you should continue with conversion optimization. One of our longtime customers started with us with doing 250 orders per month, and that was back in 2009. They are up to 1,250 orders per month. Significant increase in the number of orders, maintaining the same levels of traffic. They get about half a million visitors a month. So they went from 250 orders to 1,250 orders a month. Of course, their average order value is close to $1,600, $1,700. So you can just do the math quickly and understand the significant increase they've had in their monthly revenue.
Now, what I'd add to this, Khalid, is just that, a lot of times when we have some partners, when they join us, they already have in mind that, we're going to try it for a month and see how things go. If you have that mentality to begin conversion optimization, the reality is that you're not going to necessarily be successful, because you can't have that attitude to begin with. You have to understand that it is a long-term commitment, and there is a lot of analysis that goes in it before actually seeing results.
Yeah, I recall one of our recent customers. We conducted the first month of testing for them, and it was an incredible result. I think we saw about a 35% uplift in conversion rates. And the CEO called me up and he said, guys, this is great. However, I need to stop the program. And, it's one thing when you don't see results that you want to cancel the program. So I told him, well, did you have a change in priorities? I understand, companies are driven by priorities and you might have new projects that come up. He said, no, not really. No change, no shift in priorities. Second question, well, was there a clash in culture? Sometimes, you work with a company and you don't achieve, the attitudes and the way we view things don't mesh all too well. He said, no, I enjoyed working with you guys. So I had to ask him, so why are you stopping the conversion optimization program? He said, well, I was hoping for 65% uplifts in conversion rates from the first month. And although we saw 35%, that was way below my expectations. Now, this is sort of puzzling to me because we always tell our partners and our customers that that conversion optimization is a process, that the goal is to see incremental improvements month to month and not to expect a humongous improvement in 1 month. And he looked at me and he said, Khalid, I know you told me that, but I was really hoping for that 65% from the very first month. Now, some of the questions that we hear regularly, and some of the questions that you want to think about before you start a conversion optimization program is, some of those questions are, what kind of uplifts should I expect? If I conduct a program over a 12-month period, what kind of uplifts should I be expecting? Because really, ultimately, you want to do an ROI analysis to say, does this make sense for me based on my volumes, based on my traffic, based on the revenue that I'm generating and I can expect to generate? So that's a very important question to ask. The second question is, how long does it take for me to see an actual uplift? Should I expect an uplift from the first month? Should I wait for 6 months? And those are, I think, are very critical questions to think about and to actually also try and figure out before you start a conversion optimization program. Now, mind you, one of the things that I want to emphasize is nowadays, every company, every online company conducts SEO. They conduct probably email campaigns, social media, PPC. And I think it is ingrained in our mind that we have to do those programs continuously because these are the programs that generate the traffic to our website. These are the programs that bring visitors to our website. Unfortunately, the same attitude and mindset is not applied to conversion optimization. People still think of conversion optimization of something on the periphery of online marketing. Although, if you think about it, ultimately, the reason that you exist online is to generate either revenue or brand awareness, and conversion optimization is really at the heart of those. So if you're able to generate more revenue from your existing traffic without actually having to pay for additional traffic, then you are doing very well for yourself. Typically, when we talk to partners and companies who are interested in conversion optimization, we tell them that you need to think about doing conversion optimization for a minimum of 3 to 4 months. And this is not necessarily like whether you're going outside and you want to hire a conversion optimization company, or if you want to do it on your own in-house. The goal is to give the conversion optimization program a chance to succeed. Now, what do I mean by 3 to 4 months, and what would it take? What's important for you is you need to have a complete buy-in from all the stakeholders who are going to be involved in the project, those who are allocating the budget for the project. They all need to buy in on this period of 3 to 4 months. That's number one. Number two is you need to have the resources. You need to have, and we'll talk about the specific resources required to conduct a successful CRO program, but you need to have those resources ready and available. You need to have the budgets. Even if you're conducting something in-house, again, you have to have that very well planned, time and resources allocated. Ayat, I know you deal a lot with the buy-in issues and stakeholders. Anything you want to add over here?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, if you have even one stakeholder in the company that isn't happy or isn't completely convinced with conversion optimization, you're going to find that probably a couple of months down the road, they're going to want to cancel. So it's essential. I mean, because what we find is a lot of times you'll have kind of like the marketing specialist or, somebody who's heading kind of the marketing department, the one that's, really convinced with conversion optimization and knows that this is going to have a positive impact on the website. So the way that they convince the other stakeholders may be, somewhat kind of a muddled version of what really is what you're buying into and what really conversion optimization entails. So it's really critical that they have kind of that full picture and everybody understands, everybody's on the full page, and everybody really believes in conversion optimization completely and wants to kind of go for it and wants to give that year commitment to it.